Hello and welcome, Libra, to my channel, Light of Shaya. My channel is all about illuminating the spiritual path forward and bringing you uplifting messages of love and light. So today I'm going to be doing a general reading forecast for the month of June 2020 for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind, this is a general reading, so this message may or may not resonate for you. If it does, then this is clearly the message for you. This message can also apply to people who do not have Libra in their chart. We are dealing with energies after all, so any cross watchers, this message could be for you as well. So welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. So I was guided to light this crown chakra candle for you while I was pre-shuffling the cards and tuning into your energy. My crown chakra really started to, I felt like a buzzing feeling right at the top of my head. So a lot of you could be dealing with some form of spiritual ascension. You may be feeling a bit more spiritually inclined, getting more spiritual downloads while you're awake or asleep, something along those lines. Okay, so for those of you who don't feel that that's the case, then I do highly suggest that you start looking into perhaps balancing out your crown chakra. So this chakra is all about understanding the interconnectedness of all beings, and how we are all beings of consciousness, and we all are really consciousness and connected to source, right? So welcome again to my channel. So I've changed the format a bit. I really like the new format that I set up with Virgo, so I'm going to be using this from now on. Usually I just jump into the tarot reading with the Celtic cross spread, but in this case today, and from now on, I'll be pulling oracle cards from the animal spirit deck for messages that you need to hear. So I'm actually shuffling the cards once again, tapping into your energy here. What messages do we have for our lovely Libras? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, animal spirits. Any messages that need to come through for us? I'll go ahead and do this here. Well, Spirit, he's been coming out quite a bit lately. Trust the great mystery. We have the porcupine spirit coming out in the protection, for the protection message. I may have to read that one from the book for you. What else? Any other messages from our animal spirits for Libra, please? Animal spirits for Libra. I feel like there's one more message coming out here. I can kind of feel it. This one. Moth spirit, surrender now. Bottom of the deck, we have Fall spirit. You see clearly now. So perhaps you've come into a truth, or you will be coming into a truth. Your intuition may be like on point. You may be, like I said, receiving a lot of information and spiritual downloads. So, well, Spirit, trust the great mystery. So perhaps you're seeing through things very clearly now, and you're trusting in the divine and the guidance that the divine has for you. We have Moth spirit, surrender now. So it's time for us to open up to spirit and allow things to flow through us naturally. When we're in a state of flow, spirit can really start manifesting those miracles for us. And then we have porcupine spirit. I'll show it to you in the upright here. It says time for a beginner mind. However, it did come out in the protection message, so I'm actually going to read from the book for this one here to gain a little bit of clarity and insight regarding what it is. What is this beginner mindset? Perhaps we're stuck in some old belief patterns that no longer serve us, especially with the crown chakra being here. So you may be guided, being divinely guided towards some new beginnings, a different way of viewing things. Let's see here. It says, are you feeling prickly and defensive lately and assuming you will be hurt before you have seen any sign that such a reaction is called for? I'm going to go ahead and show you the little booklet here so you can kind of read along if you'd like to. It says protection message. Perhaps an old sense of guilt and shame is causing you to be cynical and wary when you are meant to be open and curious. Self-protection is a good thing, but you may be protecting yourself from something that will not actually harm you, but instead will bring you abundance, happiness, and love. Remember your innocence, and you will see what you have been overlooking. Porcupine quills are filled with air, allowing a porcupine to float in water. Now is the time to let your innocent nature keep you buoyant. Wow. Okay, so there seems to be perhaps something that you're resisting right now. And when I was referring to flow, when you're in a state of flow, things just happen to that, as like the word says, flow, right? Flow naturally. Things kind of enter into your life, and you allow them to do whatever it is that they need to, and you kind of just move along with any sort of challenges. There's no blockages, right? So Spirit is really asking you to surrender to the great mystery, surrender to the spiritual journey, and many blessings are coming into your life now. This is a really beautiful message here. Spirit is really just asking you to be open to new possibilities. I'm going to be using the fairy deck here. For the Celtic, so I'll be doing the Celtic cross spread for you. All right, what's coming up in June for our lovely Librans? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Please and thank you, Spirit, Holy Angels. Since I'm using the fairy deck here, I'll ask the Fae to join us as well. What messages do you have for us? I'm hearing the word growth. There may be, I'm hearing personal growth, a lot of personal growth. You may have been going through some difficult times, and right now you're cultivating, I'm hearing patience. You're cultivating patience. What else? Perseverance. I'm hearing perseverance. I'm seeing the Nine of Wands. So you could be persevering through some difficult times, and maybe that's why you're not trusting in Spirit and trusting in this divine guidance. Okay, one more, and I'm sorry I'm not shuffling up on top of the table. It's just this mat is a little bit, it doesn't have any grip. So if I try and do it up there, it's just kind of messy. We have the Princess of Spring. This could be a person that you're dealing with, somebody who's optimistic, enthusiastic, energetic, perhaps. This is the Page of Wands. This could be a new prospect. This could be you, or it could be a fire sign that you're dealing with, a Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It says, time to go after your dreams. Do something that expands your horizons. Let your creativity take flight. So yes, there's a brand new beginnings here coming up for you, Libra. We have the obstacle 20, renewal or judgment. Let me show you this card here. It says, review the past and the present so you can plan a bright new future, understanding your life purpose, releasing judgment of yourself and others. Isn't that interesting there, Libra, that we're dealing with judgments? And you're always constantly looking for balance, right? For past energy, we have the Sun. Plans that work out perfectly, amazing ideas that lead to renewals and communications, gratitude for the blessings of life. So this is a lot of really beautiful energy coming here, through here, Libra. I don't know why I wanted to say Gemini. You may be dealing with the Gemini, or you may have Gemini in your chart. Seven of Autumn, or the Seven of Pentacles, the way you're proceeding with the situation here is having patience. It says, have patience and don't worry. Take time to rest and plan your next steps. A prudent investment of time or money. So you could be investing in a business. You could be just investing in yourself, just waiting for something to come to fruition, perhaps. Especially since I've been hearing self-growth. Perhaps you've just been investing in yourself and your growth. We have the Princess of Summer, or excuse me, the Prince of Summer, or I believe that would be the Knight of Cups in the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. It says, falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. So that's in the near future. We have the Three of Autumn in the Foundation. So what kind of led up to this situation here? It says, follow your passion when it comes to your career. Be the best at what you do, being compensated for your creative talents. So you may have started some sort of creative project. that's brought you a lot of happiness in the past. You're feeling very enthusiastic, energetic towards something, but being blocked, perhaps the blockage in this situation could be very well that you're being much too hard on yourself. You could be very hard on somebody else, and you have a sense of like expectation from somebody else, perhaps. If you're dealing with the person, this could be your person. This could be the way they feel about you. This could be the way you feel about them. But it looks like there's a higher calling coming through here, especially with the crown chakra and trusting and surrendering. There's a higher calling that perhaps you haven't answered yet, and Spirit has been trying to guide you towards making that move. I'll be clarifying the cards a little bit later, but let's continue here. We have the Two of Autumn in the external influences, or the Two of Pentacles. It says, bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. So it could be that you could be externally dealing with a lot and having to juggle multiple priorities. This could be at work. This could be people. This could be, for example, let's say you're trying to balance your family life with your social life and your work life. And this could be a lesson from Spirit that could be leading you towards something bigger later on down the line. Once you learn this lesson of being able to prioritize and balance things, you'll be able to move through certain scenarios later in life with great ease as a result of these new experiences. Of balancing. Princess of Summer in the internal influences. So this could be you and how you're feeling. It says here, gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced. You could be feeling a sense of you being inexperienced with a new project, and maybe that's why you haven't been fully, what is it called? Embracing your higher calling. It says a new relationship or emotional experience, invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So this could be your energy. You may be wanting to offer some love to somebody. You could be wanting to offer an apology to somebody. This could be you or your person. In this case, remember, energies do go back and forth. We have the Nine of Autumn for your hopes and fears. It says, reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. So in your hopes and fears, you're really hoping for, sorry, I'm kind of tuning in here. You're hoping to be able to trust yourself to create abundance. You're hoping that perhaps there may have been a business venture that you've started where you're wanting to become self-employed. So you could be doing like, what is it called? Side hustles. And you're hoping that these things will bring you fruition. You may be in a job that you don't like anymore. You could be potentially trying to move forward. I'm hearing trying to move forward with a new idea. There could be something that you're trying to cultivate. You might be trying to cultivate, I'm hearing cultivate yourself. There's a lot of self-growth here. There's a lot of emphasis on the self. And that's excellent. That's excellent that you're focusing on yourself and that you're really trying to grow as a person. We have the Moon in the outcome. So it says here, powerful, intuitive epiphanies, letting go of worry and fear, understanding the truth of a situation. That's really powerful. So it could be that there may be a truth that needs to be revealed by somebody, or that will be revealed by somebody. You may be needing to reveal some sort of truth to somebody. And it is likely that your intuition, as I had said earlier before the reading started, your intuition is really spot on right now. Your intuition has been guiding you along, and Spirit is very proud of you for listening to that. I'm hearing that Spirit is actually quite, I'm hearing the word glee, like gleeful almost. Like there's a lot of happiness around the fact that you're really paying attention to your intuition and you're really following it. At the bottom of the deck, we have Three of Summer, or the Three of Cups. It says, news worth celebrating, announcements such as weddings, graduations, or births, friends you cherish. So this could be a reconciliation that you're heading towards with somebody in particular. There may have been some sort of falling out or disagreement with somebody, and now they or you are ready to reconcile with them. We do have the Princess of Summer in the outcome here, or excuse me, the Prince of Summer in the outcome here, which is a romantic offering of love. Usually it's this the Prince of Summer is the most romantic card in the deck, like the epitome of romance, like the person, like if it's a gentleman um, with a lady, opening up the door, being very, very chivalrous, opening up the door for them, getting their partner a dozen red roses and like um, rose petals on the bed kind of thing, like drawing up a bath with some oils and massaging and that kind of stuff. So this is a very romantic card. So it could be that in the near future here, you could be dealing with a romantic partner and rekindling. If you're already in a connection, you could be rekindling this. I'm hearing a rekindling of the marriage or the relationship where you both are really just falling in love all over again. And then with the Three of Summer here, or you could be reconciling. Perhaps you had a disagreement, a falling out with your partner or with somebody else in general. But yeah, your intuition is really spot on right now. And Spirit is very happy with you and the progress that you've been making, because there seems to be a lot of spiritual growth for you, Libra. I'm not sure why I'm shuffling this deck right now. I think I need to pull another card from it. This is the first time this has happened. Give me one moment here. What other message do we have here for Libra? There has to be another message here. This is the first time I've done this. Okay, cut the deck and draw. Ace of Spring. It says, it's time to take action. Be fearless and happily pursue your most treasured dreams. Amazing career opportunities. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put this over here. So it sounds like there is something that you've been considering, perhaps. Something that you've been considering. You may have been coming from a place of great burdens. It says 10 of Spring here. Ask for help from others. All work and no play, being weighed down by too many responsibilities. So you could be feeling a bit weighed down by too many responsibilities. Remember when I was talking about the Two of Pentacles here, or the Two of Autumn? You may be juggling a great deal of like trying to prioritize, trying to get your life together, your social life, your work life, your home life, trying to get it all together and blend it perfectly. But it looks like you're trying to go at it alone. So Spirit is saying it's time to take action. It's time to move forward. There's something that does require your action, and don't be afraid to ask for people's help. I'm hearing for sure. That's a really big emphasis there. Don't be afraid to ask for somebody's help. All right, so let's go ahead and start clarifying these cards just so we can get a better idea of your specific situation. So the Princess of Spring. Why is the Princess of Spring here, Spirit? I'm going to be using the Ethereal Visions Tarot deck here to clarify. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles. I wanted to come out this one. And the Five of Cups. Interesting. We have the Moon at the bottom of the deck. There could be something that wasn't very clear to you, or you could be following your intuition. It looks like you're being very optimistic despite an emotional loss. There could have been something that you needed to walk away from in the past. There could have been some sort of disappointment, some sort of emotional loss. And that could really be anything. I'm not seeing the Three of Swords here. It could be maybe somebody that let you down. Perhaps you were expecting somebody to have done something for you. I'm not really getting a heartbreak. I'm just feeling like a sense of disappointment. There could be something or someone that disappointed you. And this is separate from the other cards that I'm seeing here, because it looks like despite this emotional loss, you're trying to be as uplifted as possible. We have the Seven of Pentacles here, so it could be something that you're waiting on to bear fruit. And this is really, really, really coming through here with the Nine of Pentacles. It's like you know that the time that you invested in something will eventually get you what you want. Yeah, I mean, look at the level of abundance there with those grapes. It's like a whole vineyard there of grapes that she's cultivating very like lovingly. She seems like she put a lot of love and passion into growing these grapes. And just like you may have started something that has brought you happiness, or will bring you happiness. Um, with this Princess of Spring. Let's clarify judgment here, or renewal. Okay, we got the Chariot, so we have victory. Moving forward, you may need to travel somewhere. I'm hearing you may need to have to move towards somebody or something in order for you to be able to bring balance to a situation, perhaps. And maybe that's why that blockage is there. Perhaps there's some you can't really get to where it is that you need to. Why is judgment here? Why is judgment here, Spirit, for Libra? Why is this obstacle here? Nine of Cups and Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool at the bottom of the deck. I think Libra, what's going on here is, especially with the Fool, I think you're being very hesitant. I'm hearing hesitation. Perhaps there's a sense of hesitation with a particular thing that you want to do, and that's why you're not making the progress that you want to make. Because with the Chariot here, we talk about forward movement. This is a card of victory, of nothing stands in your way. This is also the card that represents Cancer, so you could be dealing with a Cancerian, but there's definitely something that needs action. There's something that you need to move towards. Maybe this thing is your wish fulfillment. This could be something that would satisfy you, that would bring you a great deal of emotional happiness. But I'm hearing the word hesitation for some reason. And we have the Wheel of Fortune. It could be something that you're feeling divinely guided to doing, a closing out of some sort of cycle perhaps. But good fortune will follow whatever this action it is that you need to take. So yeah, there's definitely that leap of faith needing to be taken, I'm hearing. And your intuition might already be giving you the hint that that's what you should do. Why is the Sun here? It could have been a Leo that you were dealing with in the past. We have death, transformation, transformative energy. We have the King of Swords. This could be you, or it could be a fellow Libra, an Aquarius, or Gemini. I did say Gemini earlier. So you could be dealing with a Gemini or somebody with Gemini in their chart. Okay, here we are. And we have the Emperor. Okay, so you could be dealing with an Aries, a Scorpio, or another fellow air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. In the recent past, there was a great deal of happiness, perhaps because there was a sense of stability that you achieved. You were feeling in control of a particular situation. I'm getting a lot of stability and authority here. So you could have been dealing with a sense of, you could be moving up, I'm hearing. You could have made some sort of, perhaps you got a promotion, or since you started a business venture, perhaps you're feeling like you're your own boss now, and you're approaching things with a very, very logical mind. You're being very logical. You're spending a lot of time thinking about your next move, or you were thinking about how to make your next move, because you're very happy with whatever it is that you've been doing. And whatever it is that was, either you put an end to a particular situation and you're moving away from something and this has brought you happiness, or because you've stood your ground and managed to find that inner balance within yourself, of logic and emotion and knowing how to move forward, you've transformed. You've gone through a massive transformation that has led you to a place of happiness, and this is in the recent past. It's interesting. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, so it could have been something that you walked away. I'm also seeing the Eight of Wands right after that, so 2 8s there. Could be about stability. Stability is coming through very strongly here, in abundance. So you could have communicated with somebody that you were walking away from them, or something along those lines. There could have been something that you walked away from that was no longer serving you. Why is the Seven of Autumn here? Sorry, give me one moment here. Why is the Seven of Autumn here? for the way you're moving forward. Patience, King of Cups. It looks like you have a lot of emotion, a lot of, I'm hearing hidden emotion for whatever reason. The King of Cups is a very emotional being. He just doesn't always show what his emotions are, but he is very in tune with his emotions. Okay, that one wanted to come out. We have the Empress. Okay, so interesting. We have the Emperor and the Empress here in the spread. So you could have been dealing with the divine counterpart. Doesn't necessarily have to be the case. We have the Page of Pentacles at the bottom. You could be wanting to make an offer to somebody, or somebody may have made an offer to you. This could be a monetary offer. It could have also been a new business idea. Okay, so what? Oh, there's a lot of cards that came out on accident. These two were attached to each other. So it looks like you've been waiting to express feelings to someone, perhaps, or somebody has been waiting to express feelings for you. This is a lot of cards. I normally wouldn't read these, but they all came out, and I'm getting the feeling that I should read these. It could be an Empress. This is the card of, oh goodness, I believe it's Libra and Taurus. So it could be you. It could be a Taurian that you're dealing with. Somebody who is very abundant. Somebody who is basically standing in their divine feminine power of being just very, very abundant. Perhaps another entrepreneurial feminine energy. This could be you standing in your feminine power, learning how to blend your logic and your emotion. It looks like there may have been some conflict in the past that you really wanted. Perhaps that's what you moved away from, or perhaps you feel that if you move forward the way you've been moving forward, you know that you may face some sort of opposition, in particular when it comes to a collaboration of some sort. That's a lot of cards that came out for that. Interesting. Okay. Why is the Prince of Summer here? Why is the Prince of Summer here? For Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Okay, all right. That Page of Pentacles has really been wanting to pop out. So it looks like some sort of offer in the near future. A romantic offer with some sort of tangible a tangible offer of some sort of love. This could be a gift that you're receiving. We got the Eight of Cups that popped out here, and we got the Tower. Ooh, okay, so there's a lot going on here. The World wanted to come out as well, and we have the Hanged Man here. So this could be self-sacrifice, wanting to move forward, but not unsure as to how to move forward. You've been placed into a position of really having to think things through. But with this Knight of Cups, there could be definitely be an offer that's coming in. This could be somebody that you had to walk away from in the past. This could have been, or perhaps you will be walking away from this person in the near future. It could be vice versa. It could also be that you may need to take a moment to step back and take a look at what it is that you really want. We have the Tower here. So whatever this this offer of love that is being offered to you, or somebody who's offering it to you, this could incite a Tower moment. Your foundation may be shook. There could be a sense of maybe it was an unexpected romantic offer, something that you weren't necessarily expecting from somebody, and this is going to bring in a sense of like, whoa, I was not expecting this. I really need to take a moment to think about this because I'm unsure as to how to proceed, especially with that Hanged Man there. So if it's not a love offer, it could be you. It could be you trying to move forward with something when it comes to love. It could be just simply an emotional experience that you're having that's really going to basically make you question what it is that you want in life. I'm hearing you're starting to figure yourself out. You're starting to figure out what it is that you want in life, and perhaps some old foundations that you have will no longer be in your life as a result of figuring out what it is that you truly want. Why is the Three of Autumn here in the foundation? Okay, Ace of Pentacles. There was some sort of new business venture. There could have been a financial windfall, a promotion of some sort. Yeah, it could have been a business venture that you started that might be seeing some sort of what is it? Progress. It could have been communication from somebody, or you wanted to communicate with somebody with the Eight of Wands here, but it's something you're very, very highly passionate about, something that you really wanted to move quickly towards, some sort of collaboration with somebody, a new business venture. It could have been about money. It could have been, I don't know, some sort of financial investment, perhaps with perhaps a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. Doesn't necessarily have to be. This could be a, this card is also seen as a player type, so you could have been dealing, or you could have been the player in a particular situation where you're like, I kind of want to be around, and then I don't want to be around, and then coming in and out. Like, there could be it could be a business partner, a romantic interest perhaps, that was behaving this way. Doesn't necessarily have to be, but in this case, if it's not a person that you're dealing with and this is you, then this is an energy of being very highly passionate and driven towards moving with a moving forward with a business opportunity of some sort, because we do have pentacles here. The Knights are always about forward movement and action. So there was an idea in the past, and now you really wanted to bring that into fruition, really bringing all of your passion and energy into it. Let's see here. The external influences, Two of Autumn. What is this about? Okay, those really wanted to come out. I see. What else? What other message? And this one here. Okay, Nine of Wands. And then bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups here. Indecision. There could have been you had a lot of options to choose from, perhaps. And this further emphasizes the Two of Autumn, or the Two of Pentacles, of trying to balance things, trying to figure out what it is that you want. Interestingly enough, we have the Two of Swords here. There could be a situation where somebody is, this could be somebody that you're dealing with. But oftentimes in this position, for me, when I'm reading the Celtic Cross, this is my position of like what lessons Spirit is trying to teach you through external forces. It could be you, or it could very well be a person who's been very indecisive, unsure about making some sort of action, taking some sort of action. This could be you once again, because we do have the, I was hearing hesitant a lot. There could be somebody that's very hesitant about taking any action towards you. We do have two twos here. Somebody who's maybe on the defense, feeling a bit defensive, a bit weary, a bit confused, I'm hearing, as to what it is that they want. But they know that they're close to the end of this contemplation period. We also have the World here, so a completion of a cycle. Spirit could be bringing in a completion of a cycle through this Tower moment. It could be a brand new beginning for you as well, in whatever it may be, in love, in finance. But there's definitely forward movement here for sure, after a period of great indecision. Why is the Princess of Summer here in the external influences? We got the Three of Swords, okay. So you could have been dealing with some sort of heartbreak. The Princess of Summer is also the Page of Cups, so there could be an apology that wants to come through. Somebody may have broken your heart. You may have broken someone's heart, and there's an apology wanting to come forward. We have the Six of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, so it could very well be there wasn't equal give and take in this situation, and perhaps that's what this apology is all about. So we have the Three of Swords, so definitely a heartbreak of some sort. So you could be feeling heartbroken. And we do have an extra card that came out here. We have Temperance. So Temperance is my divine timing, divine guidance card. You do have your angels surrounding you right now, whether you know it or not. You are being divinely guided. This is you balancing yourself out. I did mention balancing out logic and emotion earlier, so this is definitely for me confirmation that you've been learning how to deal with logic and emotion, and how do you blend the two. And this has made you grow a great deal with your intuition really being on point. You really have been growing spiritually And this for me is just confirmation that there is a lot of spiritual growth within you after a period of heartbreak, perhaps something that you were feeling really hurt you has been a catalyst for your growth. We have the Eight of Swords here, so you're feeling bound. However, this you can kind of see in this picture in this card in the artwork. Those the ropes that hold her are really very loose. So, and she's blindfolded. She could easily get her hands and arms out of this binding and remove the blindfold. So this really emphasizes that whole hesitance and inaction, because with the Ace of Spring wanting to really come out, it does say it's a time for action. So it's likely that you've been feeling bound to a certain situation, or you've been feeling that you can't move forward. And Spirit is saying that you definitely have the capabilities. It's just a time to try and look at things from a different point of view. We have the Eight of Pentacles. So you've been working very hard on something. You could be working on a business venture, a job, or a connection of some sort that you really want to improve. I'm hearing the word improve. So it could be something that you're already in that you're trying to improve. All right. Why is the Nine of Autumn here in the hopes and fears, Spirit, for our Libra? Okay, we have the Three of Cups. Okay, wow. You guys are really there. You guys have a lot to say, it looks like, because I keep getting cards coming out in fours instead of my usual threes. So bottom of the deck, we have Knight of Pentacles. So perhaps you're hoping to move forward with something, albeit very slowly, or you're afraid that something that you're putting time into is going to take a lot of time and effort to get through, much longer than you would prefer. So we have the Three of Cups here. You could be fearful of perhaps a third-party situation, or you could be hoping for some sort of reconciliation or a celebration of some sort with friends and family or a loved one. We have the Ace of Wands. Interestingly enough, we have the Ace of Wands that was really wanting to come out for the overall energy. You're hoping for a brand new beginning, a very passionate new beginning. You're wanting change. You have the drive to do it. But you're also afraid to make I'm hearing you're afraid to take the first step. You're afraid perhaps that you're not strong enough, or you're hoping that you can cultivate the strength that you need, the inner strength to move forward with something, so that you could start manifesting what it is that you truly want, something that you're truly passionate about. But interestingly enough, you're also afraid of perhaps illusions, things that aren't very clear to you. This is coming through strongly with the moon as well. So there could be something that you're not seeing, and because of that, you're afraid to move forward and start moving towards that new beginning. We have the moon here in the outcome. Okay, alrighty. So it's the Ace of Cups. I'll show you in just a second here. That came out. Ace of Cups. Nice, nice, nice. Okay. So you got the only ace missing right now is the Ace of Swords. Okay, we got the Two of Cups. And okay. All right, here we go again with the four cards. What is it with you today, Libra? So we have the Ace of Cups here. So with the moon, it's talking about intuition or letting go of worry and fear. So this could be somebody, whether it be you or your person or somebody that you're dealing with that perhaps you have some sort of romantic interest in. There is going to be clarity perhaps around a situation where this person will offer you a cup of love. There's a lot of potential for love here. Interestingly enough, the Two of Cups came out. So we have a potentially a very powerful soulmate connection here. And this person wants union with you. Perhaps they haven't been showing or demonstrating this because there's a lot of illusions, a lot of unknown. There's something about it that has been hidden. Perhaps this person hasn't been expressing their feelings, or perhaps you haven't been expressing your feelings, and that's why they're wanting to come forward from this place of hiding their emotions with that. This could be you, where we did see the Emperor and the King of Swords in the past. So perhaps that's you trying to put an end towards being or your person being unemotional, being emotionally detached, and really trying to embody the King of Cups energy of really, really being thoroughly and completely in love, but being unable to demonstrate emotion. So perhaps that's what's been hidden from you. We do have the Five of Pentacles here. So with the moon here, perhaps there's a sense of lack, a feeling of lack, a lack of self-worth I'm hearing, a lack of perhaps financial stability, the idea that perhaps you are lacking financially. This could be a person feeling that they lack something, and that's why they've been afraid of moving forward with love. And we do have the Hierophant here, which is a card of commitment. This could be I mean, if you're with somebody already, they could be wanting to offer you a leveling up of the commitment. Perhaps if you're not married, they want marriage. They might want to get engaged, or perhaps this could be just a feeling of like really opening up to you and saying like, I truly do love you. I do see a future with you, and I'm hoping that you'll stick around for that, because I feel like we could definitely go places. Okay, so definitely very beautiful energy here. And this is perhaps where the fear is coming in. Somebody's not wanting to take action because they're afraid of something. And a spirit may be bringing in a tower moment for you or your person in order to get things going. This tower moment may be because you choose, or they chose, to walk away, and Spirit's saying, no, this is something that we want for the both of you, this coming together, or a lesson of some sort. At the bottom of the deck here, we do have the Star, so there's a lot of potential here. Perhaps both of you have been hoping for this, and there's a lot of healing to come through. See, here's that Page of Cups again, right below the Star, an apology perhaps that they've been wanting to make, that they want to move towards, but they haven't known how. Okay. Alrighty. So now I'm going to start moving into the Oracle cards here. If you're liking the content so far, please do hit that like and subscribe button for more of my content. I really do appreciate you being here, and I hope this reading has made sense to you so far. I'm going to be pulling from the Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck here. For messages for you, some advice. I love to end my readings on a more positive note. Although overall, your reading so far, Libra, seems really good. I'm getting a good like lighthearted energy after a feeling of like heaviness, if that makes sense. Like, I think really what it is that superficially things may look heavy, but there's a lot of really good. Like, the good is outweighing the bad, I'm hearing. Alrighty, Spirit. One more shuffle here, and then I'm going to shuffle up on top here. What messages do we have for Libra, for our angels and ancestors? Okay, lots of messages coming through. You guys are really talkative. It sounds like somebody really needs to speak up. There could be some sort of communication block. Okay, I'm hearing one more. There could be some sort of communication block here of some sort. You may have blocked this person, or they may have blocked you, or something along those lines. Or there might be a feeling of some sort of blockage between you and communication. Is that it? I felt like there was maybe one more message here. You guys have been coming out in fours. Of course, the one time that I'm like, oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Bottom of the deck, we have Stargazer set your sights higher. So there could be a lot of potential in a situation, perhaps more potential than meets the eye. So we have Trader here. Exchange energy to create abundance. So we did have the Six of Pentacles clarifying the Princess of Summer here. So it could be that there wasn't a sense of equal give and take in a particular situation, and now it's time to exchange that energy to create the abundance that you may need. Stand your ground in the mountains. So the mountains is a very, very powerful energy here. Don't be afraid to stand your ground. So it's okay for you to speak up and say what it is that you truly want out of somebody or something. For example, if you're at a job and you want to have a higher wage, then it's okay for you to ask for that. The worst that can happen is that the person says no, right? Excuse me. Stand your ground is coming through very strongly. So it's a matter of knowing where to set boundaries, setting expectation. For example, if you've been giving to somebody too much and they expect you to keep doing that, it's important for you to stand your ground and say, you know what, I don't feel like you're giving me the equal amount of energy that I'm putting into something. We have arrow here. Surround yourself with protective energy. So it may be time for you to start practicing. Perhaps you need a sage. You need to use some Palo Santo to like really clear your energy space, like really start clearing yourself, because with the crown chakra here, that candle that I was guided towards lighting and the feelings that I got in my crown chakra, you're becoming more sensitive to energy. Now, don't get too attached to this idea, because when you attach yourself to the whole like, oh, I'm sensitive to energy, you're actually in a sense creating a self-sabotage there, because you're like, oh, all of a sudden I'm way too sensitive to energy, I can't be around people. No, you're totally and fully in control of your power, okay? The only difference here is being aware of it and then being able to cleanse your energy field whenever you need to. So envision yourself in a sphere of golden light. You can call upon Michael and ask for his like pillar of white light to help protect you and guard you from any external energies. Really ground yourself. I'm hearing ground yourself, so practice some grounding exercises. One really popular one is envisioning a cord coming from your root chakra and going deep into the earth and then connecting to the core of the earth, and then basically sending your any feelings, heavier feelings, thoughts, emotions down through the grounding cord into the earth, and Mother Earth takes that energy and purifies it and actually uses it to continue to offer her abundance to us. So yes, surround yourself with protective energy. And then it says here, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. It's so funny, I was just talking about that. That's exactly what so that's exactly what I was trying to get at, basically. So I don't really have to explain this card too much, but stay rooted and grounded, okay? So look up grounding exercises if you're not too familiar with them. There's a lot of different, there's so many of them. I can't even name how many there are, but there's different ones that may work better for you. And I'm seeing all this green here, so there might be a lot dealing with your heart chakra. I'm seeing the green in the third eye here, so your intuition, once again, your intuition is coming through very strongly here. All right, so I'm going to pull some more cards here. What do our angels have for our lovely Librans? Libra, what do we have? I'm hearing, oh goodness, what's the name of that song? Bird Set Free by Sia. So you could be feeling like you need to be set free from something, especially with that Eight of Swords that we were seeing earlier in your spread. So you could be feeling like you want to shout it out and let it out, you know, and be free. You want freedom. Alrighty, what messages do we have from our angels for Libra? Here we go. What other messages do we have for Libra? Holy angels, our lovely Librans out there watching this. Alright, that may be the only message for you. Oh, okay, never mind, I take that back. Bottom of the deck, we have Archangel Azrael, change and transition. Thank you, Azrael, for leading me safely through this change. So there could be, once again, I was getting that impression that you guys have been ascending, so you could be going through a lot of change right now. So it's saying here, so you have not necessarily contradicting energies, but let me go ahead and break this down for you. We have take a step back. So there may be something, once again, that you're not seeing clearly, and you really need to take a moment to really think the situation through. Perhaps there are ungrounded fears and things that you need to look at, perhaps thought patterns, belief systems that you need to start observing, because they seem to be holding you back. Especially, remember with the porcupine spirit, it's a time for a beginner's mindset. So you could be resisting some sort of change that spirit is really wanting you to open yourself up to. And this is a pattern that you need to take a step back and really observe and understand where this thought pattern, feeling, and these emotions are coming from. It says here, trust your vibes. Thank you, Angel. Thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So once again, this is confirmation to me that you are definitely very intuitive. Your intuition has been sparked. You're starting to feel that interconnectedness with other beings. There could be potentially, the way I'm looking at her is telepathic communication with somebody, or communication in the 5D with somebody, especially if you're dealing with the love interest. And I'm seeing the heart here is really just like calling out to me. I'm seeing a lot of green in this Earth Guardian as well. This could be in regards to love. Perhaps there's somebody out there who has a lot of love for somebody, but is afraid to trust in divine guidance and trust their intuition, that their intuition is actually leading them in the right direction. And here we have leap of faith. I'm ready to take a leap, angels. Thank you for doing it with me. So there's probably somebody, whether it be you or your person, that wants to take a leap of faith, or should be taking a leap of faith by trusting their intuition. Perhaps there's something there that needs to be analyzed by you or your person, because I'm getting this is a heavy love reading. There is some like business aspects, and there are some projects going on here, but I'm definitely getting this as a really big love reading, especially with the outcomes that I've been seeing. So there's somebody that needs to take a leap of faith in a particular situation. I'm going to go ahead and close out the reading with the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. I may read out of the book for these because they have some, ooh, okay, a little bit too much there, Spirit. You guys really want to talk. So we have Otter here. We got Chatty Libras here. Lots of cards fell out. So Otter is a very, very happy energy. It's the happiest card in the deck, arguably. There's a sense of community with the otter. Otters are always loving and cuddling upon each other. So this is definitely feeling like a heavy, like maybe this one, heavy love reading. Frog, lion, and otter. So the frog I know is an energy of transformation. Once again, here's come the greens. This is an energy of transformation. So change and transition, as Archangel Azrael was saying. So you're going through a very transformative process, being able to blend the physical and the spiritual, the emotional and the intellectual together. With that Temperance card, it's coming very, that energy is coming through very strongly. Being able to mix fire and water, being able to mix the elements within yourself. And this is making you overall a very strong person. But I'm actually going to read out of the book for the lion in just a moment. But the otter is a very, very happy energy. This has a lot to do with like listening to your inner child. Are you listening to your inner child? This could be, once again, your person, but inner child usually tries to come out in some way, in a very giddy kind of way. This is a very giddy energy. So whoever it is that you're dealing with, whether it's you or your person, there's a sense of giddiness, of like very like childlike wonder I'm hearing. And with that transformation, this person may have gone through a massive transformation here with the Death card and is starting to understand their emotions a lot better. And then Lion here. I'm going to go ahead and read from the book for this one. Thank you for your patience while I pull this card, pull out this book and read it out. Here we are, Lion. Why you always lying? Please excuse me. Don't leave the video. All right, let me go ahead and let's see if you could see this. I hope you guys can see it. It says patient, regal, a complete master. So you definitely have been achieving some level of mastery. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. Was I not talking about this earlier, man? This is so crazy. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. Was I not talking about spiritual and personal growth? Come on, this is like further confirmation. You guys are really going through some massive changes. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all, but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof, yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealthy, and precise in their words and actions. They do not waste energy or resources. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. And it says, when in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn, too serious, and to bring into balance daily meditation and friendship. So it could be that some of you may need to start employing more meditation into your day-to-day life, especially with all of these spiritual transitions you've been going through, these changes. Spirit is basically asking you, if you don't have a meditation practice, do start to tune in to that, and also practice mindfulness. Mindfulness is so incredibly important. I'm going to leave a link in the description to a book that I feel will possibly change your life. It's called The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. It's an incredibly transformational book. It talks about mindfulness and what the essence of our being is. And the essence of our being is that of being. We are pure, unbridled consciousness, excuse me. And this physical reality that we are in it's of us, but it is not of us. It is not our true essence. We live in a dual plane. Consciousness simply is. So one of the biggest quotes that I got from this book that I'm going to go ahead and share with you now is, and I'd like you to please follow me along with this exercise, but I'm going to ask you a question. The question is, what do you think your next thought will be? And so I'm giving you this moment of silence because it is likely that the same exact thing happened within your mind. There was probably, if you asked yourself that question, and you truly asked yourself that question, it is very likely that your mind was quiet for all that time where I was not speaking. Now you're paying attention to me probably, but this is the essence of mindfulness, and this is the essence of your being. This is an incredibly powerful, inspirational message for you. For those of you who already know this, this is excellent, and I'm so happy for you because you've broken through. For those of you who don't know, this is an opportunity for you to understand what mindfulness is and what your consciousness is. So we are all beings of consciousness, and that silence is us. That is us. That is our true essence. We tend to identify with the mind, and the mind tends to run at 100 miles per hour, whether it's thinking about the future, which causes anxiety, or thinking about the past, which causes us heartbreak and pain, because a lot of times we focus on the bad, not so much on the good, right? So this is a very spiritual lesson for you, something that I'd love to impart on you if you don't happen to know about it, especially since you're going through these massive changes, Libra, because you are being divinely guided towards something. I'm hearing there's divine guidance. Divine timing is playing out right now for you, but you're on the brink of another like level of ascension. Like I'm feeling my energy, my vibe is just increasing just by saying that. Like I can definitely feel you're going through some sort of ascension process, and some of you I'm hearing are afraid of this. I'm feeling like my heart is clenching up right now. It could be that some of you are feeling, I'm seeing the Four of Pentacles, like closing off your heart space, that Two of Swords kind of energy. And Spirit is basically saying it's time to adopt a beginner's mindset and start opening yourself up to love again. Because love is what Source is. Source is love and light. And this will never change, and it will always be. So I hope I was able to bring you some sort of clarity with this reading. I hope you found it illuminating and inspirational. I want to thank you so very much for you having joined me here today. If you enjoyed this content, please do hit the like and subscribe button. It would really help me out deliver this message to the people that really need it, because this channel is all about illuminating the spiritual path, as I've said before, and really delivering uplifting spiritual messages to you, to help you raise your vibration and really start to embody your true essence of being. So thank you once again, Libra. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. If you haven't heard it today at all, I think you're beautiful. You're a beautiful being. You're a beautiful being of love and light. And I hope you'll leave this reading with a sense of joy or happiness or some sort of uplifting. So once again, thank you so much for having joined me here today. And I'm sending you much love and light. Take care. Bye-bye now.